Jesus said to love the Lord with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind,
and all your strength, and to love your neighbor. This is the greatest commandment.
We as a church desire to be obedient to that, and so
we are built on love, regardless of location.
We know that the church is about the people of God,
depending on the work of God and growing in the grace of God.
We are built on love. Love for God
and love for others. And it's on that foundation.
And it's on that foundation.
And it's on that foundation.
And it's on that foundation
that we build our church.
Hi, and welcome to Built Vision, where we are building up in love together, focusing on the things that God is doing in our church of Cornerstone Calvary Chapel, and looking forward to the things that He's going to do in us, through us, and in a new building project. Today, I have with me Pastor Dan Kazanjian, our high school youth pastor, and we're grateful to talk about some updates in youth ministry and what the Lord is doing. How are you doing today, Dan?
I'm doing great, Mike. Happy to be here.
Good to have you, man. So now you are a married youth pastor, a little
Yes,
different than last time you were here
with
us.
It is. Things change fast.
Yeah, so give us an update, man. How has youth ministry changed now that you're married?
It's been so awesome, man. I mean, I know that when I was praying for the Lord to, bring me the right woman for me, that was something that was always a desire of my heart, that it would be someone that would serve alongside me. And it's really opened up new doors of ministry, whereas, my wife, Heather, now can really minister to the girls and really pour into the girls in a special way that's different than coming from a guy, when it comes from, a young woman who's married, and just the fact she helps me with being creative, because I'm really, when it comes to arts and crafts and things, it's not really my thing, but it's totally her thing. So it's been cool seeing how the Lord's using her and the gifts that He's given her to really support me in the ministry. And, we just talk together and plan together and share a vision together. So it's just been really exciting to have that aspect added to the ministry.
Awesome. All right, so now give us a little update of just what's going on lately in youth ministry, and then some things that you're looking forward to see the Lord do. We're still waiting on this building project, right? But the Lord is still good and doing things in the meantime. So give us an update of what the Lord's doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the youth are growing, and that's something that I can honestly say, and it's cool to see. And sometimes you see it very slowly, and the Lord's doing things, but you're not seeing it. But I feel like we're at the point where I'm starting to see it with a lot of the high schoolers, and I'm seeing these kids that are really just starting to come into a maturity. Even ones that, for years you're kind of waiting on it, and you're like, what's happening? Is God reaching this one? You're starting to kind of see some fruit come from that, which is really awesome to see. So, we've just been challenging kids in that, and having kids kind of step out in faith and share more. We did our prayer night a couple nights ago, and just having the kids, share a little bit about how do they need prayer for their generation, and what are they seeing in their schools. So it's just been really cool, and looking forward, we're really excited. Kind of the word that the Lord's put on my heart for this year of youth ministry is strengthen. And I was reading through the book of Acts in my own personal time, and just seeing the way in which the Apostle Paul, that while he's out preaching the gospel, while he's making disciples, he returns back to the churches and he's strengthening them, and he's raising them up so that they can make disciples. So I feel like we're at that point in our ministry where with the kids we have, we want to strengthen them. Yeah. We want to pour into them. We want to continue teaching them the word verse by verse every week, giving them opportunities to grow. At the same time, though, looking out and saying, how can we reach this generation? How can we reach the schools? And there's a couple ministries happening at Howell High School and Toms River High School, and we're starting to see the Lord do some of these things. And it's exciting when you see in public schools the gospel going forth, and we want to be able to raise the kids up so that they have the ability to go out and to share, and even with the new building, that with that we use that as an outreach to invite kids out, and to let that be a place that these are open doors where you're welcome, and you can bring your pain, bring your anxiety, bring it here, and we're gonna love you. But strengthening the kids that we have now, I think, is a good step to take, kind of in preparation for what the Lord's gonna do in that.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today, Dan. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us for this edition of Built Vision. Make sure to join us next time.